Hi everyone. Just getting set up here. Bringing up on my phone so I can watch to see if we're going pixely. What's happening yesterday in a group that I was doing a little bit, not too bad. I do have a fan on. I hope the fan does not become distracting. I'm just letting people join in. Letting people get in here. Hi, Jennifer. Hi to whoever else is joining in. I know Sherry is here. Sherry, is the fan okay? Is the fan okay? Is it too loud? It's really, really hot. Really hot. Hi, Brenda. And I was contemplating canceling and not doing it because it's so hot. But I am here. My poor little dogs are sitting on me and they're dying of heat. But somebody was telling me to get my butt in here and to still be here and to do this. So I am here. Hi, Deanna. See, just adjusting things. I feel like, hold on, I gotta check my mic. See which mic I'm on. Can't tell. Can you hear me okay? Hi, Brandy. All right. So today has been quite the day for me. I don't know who else has been affected by this full moon, but this full moon has kicked. Hi, Beatrice. This full moon has kicked my ass. This retrograde has kicked my ass. Life has kicked my ass. I just feel like I've gone through every roller coaster of emotions and ups and downs that you possibly can go through. As my dog is like snorting on the floor, and she's like, "Yeah, so you have, Mom." She knows. She's been here with me. She's been experiencing this. But I was telling in my other group that during my full moon meditations that I was doing the other night was that I've been given the gift of tobacco with a payment that I had, and I was outside and it was actually tobacco and a cigarette. And I have not smoked in years, and I mean years. And during the time when I was doing my burning ceremony, and I burnt my sweetgrass and my sage, and I wrapped all of my things I was letting go of in the sweetgrass and doing a whole ceremony, the cigarette was left sitting there. My intention was to kind of burn that gift to release and to the blessing of how much I appreciate the people that I have. And something said to me, let go of your addictions. Let go of your addictions. And I'm like, whose addictions? And it was like, I want one last draw. And I had to have that cigarette. And so I smoked like 2 or 3 like draws, puffs from the cigarette, and then I threw it out. And I'm like, can't even lie. At the moment, the cigarette was actually good, but I really got the message behind it was humidity. Yes. Okay, sorry guys, we're a little pixely. The message that I felt that was coming from behind it really resonated with me. I thought it was one message, and then today it started to come to me again, is that addiction that we have to our past, the addictions that we have to hold on to our past. And what are we holding on to? And we're always holding on to our past. And so, and we sometimes think that we have so many burdens in our life. And I'm bringing this up because I have somebody who committed suicide with me tonight. And I don't know who it is yet, but I have somebody who committed suicide with me. And I don't know where they belong, and I don't know who owns them, but I just know that I have somebody who committed suicide. And I'm letting them come in wherever they belong or wherever it may. But I feel like the push is from them is when you have nothing left to fight. And I wrote this down. When you have nothing left to fight with, your spirit will always find the hope to get you through. When you're not connected to your spirit, when you're not connected to nothing and you've lost everything, we have nothing left to fight with. And whoever this person is has had nothing left to fight with. And I don't know where they belong. I don't know whose person they are, but they are a part of somebody that will be joining in, somebody that comes in. So throughout the night, I'm I will keep talking a little bit about the person who committed suicide, because I need to place them. Your auntie did, Jenna? Was it like really recent? Like this, it's a woman. And Jenna, can I ask? I'm trying to get comments up on my computer here just so I don't have to look down at my phone. Jenna. Was she somebody who thought about it before, or talked about it before, or tried before? Like, I just feel like she might have had another attempt. And do you know if there was anything like that either choked her off, or if she was a month ago? Was it something that choked her off, or was it like, or she wasn't speaking of it, like people didn't know this was happening? There's more behind this, and I don't know what it is. No, this is really recent. So I think, Jenna, this is you. I think this is somehow behind you. And I don't know. Yes, it was. Was it like, okay. She's so adamant today. She's like jumping around. Jenna, she started with me. I was sitting there on my deck, and I'm like, it is way too, and as you can see, I'm sweating here. It was way too hot for me. I'm like, I just got to turn off my phone. I'm like, I am not going in tonight. I am not doing this. She kept coming back. She kept telling me, oh, yes, you are. You're going in. I need you to do this for me. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly why. She hung herself? Okay. It's her. Without a doubt, it's her. I want to cry for her. I feel like there was some sort of heartbreak around her. And I don't mean just this, I mean like some sort of like horrible breakup, something that was so, and I keep looking over here because it's like she's right here. She's looking at me and she's telling me that I want to cry again because it's so emotional for me. I just feel so emotional. And she's like, everyone has to know somehow this is not how her life was supposed to end, and she was struggling, and she had struggles happening. And I'm acting kind of like her. Like, I feel like she's like that type of person, that she's dramatic. She had much facial expressions. She was just kind of like, she somehow loved to be involved in drama. She loved a good fight. She loved to argue. Like, I don't know why. That's what it feels like to me. It's like parts of life she fought hard over, and other things she didn't fight hard enough for herself. And she's saying, I feel like, and I don't know if she left a child behind. Jenna, did she have a child she left behind? Because I have a child. I wrote down child pain. And I usually don't come in and do a reading right away. I normally like to come in and do some talks, and I will go back to the talk a little bit, and I will do cards for everyone else, but I need to kind of get her. Totally? Okay. Yeah. I'm like, all this energy I have is like, I feel like it's her. She's very kind of, I don't know where this comes in, but she's shown me like I don't know, it was a leather jacket or something like that. Like she loved to go out or something. Like she loved that. She had 3 children. Okay. So much disbelief. She says her children are in so much pain, and there's so much disbelief. And she says, and everyone has to know. She says, you need to spread the message. Everyone needs to spread the message that there's still hope, that there's nothing worse, she says, than leaving your family behind in the pain that my family was left behind. And there was a situation that she should have been out of. I should have listened. I should have not been there. And I should have, and I didn't do it. And I'm so sorry. She was close with her daughter. Okay. Yeah, and it's like it's just this deep. Steph Woodman. Oh, I got somebody else writing. Sorry, I got Jenna's popping in everywhere here. Sorry. So you somehow, I want to cry. I'm sometimes really good at holding back my emotions. I am not very good at holding back my emotions on this, Jenna. This is deep seated. She has hurt. She has pain. There was. I should have told somebody. I should have told somebody what was happening, or I shouldn't have went back, or something like that. I shouldn't have. And it just keeps playing over and over. And that she shows me. I don't know if she somehow. Oh, that's her daughter's name? Okay. All right. Okay, can you please tell her? Can you please tell Steph that, and it's like she's staring right at us, like she's like staring right at you. Can you please tell her that I did not want to leave her in the pain I left her in? So can you tell her I didn't, this is not how I intended this. And I don't know what else is to the story. I just feel there's more to the story. There's more to it. And it's like I had to write this, tell Steph, tell her that and to tell everyone else that when there is nothing, when you feel there is nothing left to fight for, know that your spirit will fight hard for you, that your source, your guides will fight very hard for you to be here, to get through. There's always hope. There's some hope. And I really feel as if right now, hope is needed somewhere. And it's like she's putting her hands in prayer position. This is what she's shown me. She's putting her hands in prayer position, and she's saying, just have hope, have faith. Something is going to get better. A situation is going to get better. Something is going to come around. And I'm not even sure where, but know that, can you just tell Steph that her mom will be by her side, and she'll be the best guide that she can be, and she can actually be the best mother that she can be now. She says, because it's like she's apologizing as if she was never the best mother, and she's saying it was something that she couldn't always do the best, and that she's trying to be the best mother that she can be, and just tell her that. And it's like, I sweat this one out to get in here to do this for her. So, I'm here for her and for that message for her. And I just feel like there's just so much of it that's just like exuding through me and just passing through me. And she's happy. And there was something about a fight. She said there was a fight, and I know there was a fight somehow here. And I don't know where this comes in, Jenna, and I don't know if you would know, but I get the hanging part of it, like I know this, but I feel like she had a necklace or something that was left behind, or a prayer beads, or something that was on a string, or something that would be remember her by. So I don't know if it's her ashes or if she was put into like a locket or something, but it feels like something like that. There's something that resonates. I'm not sure where that comes in. But just tell her that she's there, she loves her, and she's going to be the best mom that she can be on the other side, and she will stay with her family. And she loves her children, all of her children, but she's especially them. Okay, all right. So now that she's got her message out, and we'll let her pass through. Back to everyone else. Back to everyone else. Okay. Sorry, I'm just taking a little breather. I'm just letting this beautiful soul who died of suicide, I'm just letting her pass through me. She was cremated. Okay, Jenna. Do you know? I don't know if they had pieces of her put in something, or if she was if Steph had her put into a locket or something, but it's something like that. And it's like, yeah. If she hasn't done it, get it done. And I don't know if it has like the fingerprint and stuff, but I feel like if she hasn't done that, get it done and keep her near her heart is what she wants. She wants to be kept near her daughter's heart. Okay. All right. So, let me get back here. Not often do I go blank online, but I'm going blank right now because I just feel like she stepped she steps so far into my energy. So anyone who's been to any of my sessions, or anyone who's been to anything that I channel through, that I do channel work, is when somebody's coming with a message, I'm not just hearing, seeing, feeling. I give the permission sometimes for people to step, for spirit to step into me. And so they step in totally into my energy, and they step totally into my space. And so when they step in such a big way that they make me feel their pain, and they make me feel their hurt this kind of way, and when it's like they're literally into my body, it takes me a moment to kind of move past that and to get out of there. And not often, especially online, will I step totally into that, but this was a strong presence and I had to let it be. So I am going to go back to doing some cards for everyone else first before I take on anything else. I wrote down a bunch of names tonight. I have a lot of D's. I'm looking for, like, I don't know if this is a bunch of sisters, but I have a Doris, Doreen, Donna. And I don't know where they come in. A Doris, Doreen, Donna, and a Donald. And I wrote down all of these D names, and I don't know exactly where they belong, but I have them put there. And then separately, I put down a Lizzie or Elizabeth. And then I'm looking for a Denise or a Debbie who died of breast cancer. So if you own those people, or if you're amongst those people, that know that they are here. And I just feel like there's a strong presence of mother sense around this Doris or Doreen, like whoever owns that name or wherever that name belongs. Oh, thank you, Jen. And then I have somebody, I feel like this feels like somebody maybe younger who died in a red vehicle that was in a rollover or a crash of some sort. And they showed me that they died in a car crash, and it was a red vehicle. But I am going to, so I've been doing a lot of writing today. My book, I've had a couple kind of kick me in the ass moments of myself that has been happening in my life. In the past week, I've been kind of reminded of what I'm supposed to be doing, or why I moved, and why I left Slave Lake. And I just feel, so I went yesterday to this metaphysical psychic fair thing that was happening. And I met this amazing woman. I was never going for a reading because I've had a few late and I didn't need a reading. And as soon as I sat down in front of her, she's like, you're my Aries girl I've been looking for. And I'm like, yes, I am an Aries. And she's like, you have a book that you're not finishing. You have a book you need to write. You need to get back to doing what you're doing. You need to get focused back into your work. You need to be focused into doing this, and this is, your book has to come out. You need to get your oracle cards out, blah, blah. And she went on and on and on about all, and I'm like, okay, I got my ass kicked. So yesterday I had my ass kicked a little bit about getting back into my work. So I'm a little bit behind in my YouTube videos, and I'm a little bit behind in kind of getting some more videos out that I really wanted to get working on this week. But a lot of writing has been coming through. And one of the big things that have been really coming through in my writings was really about what happiness means. The essence of happiness, and how we stop our growth when we find the external parts, the external people or things that make us happy. And we stop growing, and we think, oh, well, I found happiness. I don't need to do anything else. And then we put that expectation upon the thing that we just purchased, or the person we just met, or those type of things to make us happy and to complete us. And the way I was writing it was almost like, it's like we're on this journey from walking through this house, and we are the house, and we wipe our feet in the doormat as we go in, and we want to wipe off the past and stuff. But when we find happiness, we stop and we think we cleared everything off, and everything of the past is gone because we just found something that made us happy, and they're going to fulfill everything in us. And when they fulfill everything that's in us, we become this totally happy person, and we don't have to keep searching for anything else, because now this job, this person, this job, this move, whatever it may be, is there to totally provide for me every bit of happiness that I was searching for. So I'm now complete. And how that is such an illusion. It's such a false sense. So I pulled out my soul coaching cards, which I haven't really used a whole lot, and I went back into doing some soul coaching work. And as I was writing this through, it's like how I know, Heather, it's just so, it just keeps going pixely. It just seems like, so what's been channeling through in my writings and what's been channeling through, I guess, in a lot of the work that I've been doing lately is that illusion that when we find an external happiness, we stop the work that we're supposed to be doing. We stop our journey, and that's not true. That's not how this works. And finding within ourselves that when we find that inner joy, there's a big difference in inner joy and peace and inner love than there is in happiness. Happiness is an emotion. It's a word that we associate. And when we just associate that word, we stop the search. Or when we become unhappy, we halt and we go back, and we halt back into being, I would say, being like the little kid of us. And we're really seeing it in the Mercury retrograde that's happening. We're really seeing it through the full moon and everything that was happening with that. That we're really experiencing those false sense of security through happiness, or that sense of going backwards because of unhappiness. And when we truly find that joy in ourselves, we don't need to be looking back to make sure that there's nothing falling off our feet, making sure there's nothing falling off our shoes when we walk into this house, that we don't have a past that's crumbling behind us and leaving behind the residue. And we just don't want to look at it, and we just want to sweep it underneath the rug because I found an external happiness to make myself happy. That this is our time. This is the journey. This is what we're doing right now, is we're stepping into a place of finding within ourselves that it's not what's on the outside world, or it's not the role of the outside world to bring us that joy. It's now the time during these full moons, and we have another one coming the end of August, to really resonate and to find within yourself your own sense of happiness. Laverne, I was worried all the moon talk turns out it was good weakness that happens a few times. I come home, it's on the sports channel, which I never watch. Okay, yeah, it does. When the moon is coming, you don't. When the moons are coming and the retrograde, it doesn't mean you're going to have a bad experience or everything is going to be bad or everything is going to be bad. It doesn't happen like that, and it's not for everyone, right? Everyone reacts differently. And I always say I appreciate the retrogrades, because as much as they kick me on my ass or they kick me in the ass, they always make me better in the end, because it shakes me up a little bit to make me get back on track into being who I am. Because there's a big difference in Corey, the person, and Corey, the spiritual healer. And that human side of me is experiencing all the same things that all of you guys are experiencing. It's how it goes. Steph is here. I can't bring her back now though. She's gone, she's passed now, and I can't go back into there. I'm sorry, but Steph, you're gonna have to watch the video again, because she's already passed through and her energy has left me. But please go back and watch this again, because I'm telling you, the love she has for you, Steph, is so incredible that my heart felt as if it was going to explode out of my body. And it was so important that somehow the message got to you. So know that your mom is loving you. And if there's any way for you to wear her in a heart on your chest somehow, wear a piece of her somehow with you, please do, because she is so with you. And she's not straying far from you. She will always be with you. But lots of regrets. Lots of regrets, that I can tell you. Yes, and thank you, Jenna. These videos are saved on my page, and I take them from here and I now put them on YouTube, because not everybody's on Facebook, so I take these videos and I put them on YouTube as well. So they go to both places. You just can't see the comments on Facebook or on YouTube, but the video will always stay on here. Okay. And back to the happiness part. And so the soul coaching cards is that was coming through with enthusiasm. You're welcome, Steph. Is really staying very, very optimistic that there's always a beautiful outcome of some sort. There's always that little bit of beauty. And we talked about this last week, and I was talking about this again in my sessions, and that
When we find joy in our heart, when we find happiness in our heart, when we find those little pieces, we start to find a pure sense of love within ourselves. So the card that I'm pulling for everybody, I'm still looking for someone who died in a red vehicle in a crash, a rollover of some sort. And I'm looking for a Denise or Debbie who died of breast cancer. So the card that I have that just came out of the soul coaching is peace. And I feel like this peace is everywhere around us, and all these people that are coming through tonight that I'm trying to find homes for, that I'm trying to find, they're all talking about peace. And they're all talking about finding peace after a loss, peace after, how do we, finding that peace in our hearts somehow, and how do we find that peace? And sometimes we have to go inward, and taking that deep breath of knowing that they're always with you. And that when they get to leave, when they pass, when their spirits leave their human bodies, that all is well in their world. It's us that are left behind that are the ones who suffer the most and that are left with that. But they come back in the forms of healing. They come back in forms of true people like me, so that they can help you heal, because they need you to know they're always with you. So taking that deep breath in, sitting in meditation. I don't care what I swear by meditation. Kayla, what? I just have someone who died in a car crash, and it was a red vehicle, and I don't know if it was a rollover or a really hard crash, but they died in a red vehicle, and it was very specific that it's a red vehicle that I'm looking for. And so finding that peace, and whether or not you're someone who's had like loss, or that's lost anyone else, a lot of people are grieving the loss of relationships, grieving the loss of friendships, or an old life. And we go through all these stages of grieving, and you have, finding that peace within yourself sometimes means allowing yourself to go through the grieving process that you're going through, and giving yourself that opportunity. Just take that breath, sit. Sometimes you got to shed a few tears. So be it. Shed those tears. Let that out. I don't know. I just feel like there's just a sense that as we shift into this as we're shifting into this new place, a new space within the energies that's shifting. I don't know why we're pixely, guys. I don't know if it's the energy. I don't know what's happening. But can you hold on one second? I do have to turn off this fan. It's distracting me. Sorry. The fan was driving me insane. I feel like I'm trying to talk over the fan. I'll sweat through this next couple minutes to get through this, because I am sticking onto the chair. My house is crazy hot. I just feel as we're shifting into this new space after this full moon, and as the retrograde ends on the end of August, and it's like, I'm not even sure. I think there's like a lion's gate, like a door, an opening of something new. And I just feel like it's the good time to start bringing in peace and true joy within your own self, like really going inward and discovering what brings you happiness. And if you've been going through a lot of grieving, and you've been through a lot of loss, like I said, whether it's a person, whether it's a relationship, I just feel as if there's like a blessing being given to you. There just feels like there's something of the spirit world that's kind of lifting the burdens off your shoulders. And if you're someone who's been having a lot of burdens on your shoulders, it's like some of the burdens are being like, Beatrice, a good laugh or a good cry, dry clean or a wet wash. Exactly, Beatrice, right? That's what it feels like to me. It's just that sense of just letting go in that way, of just setting yourself free by allowing yourself to have that cry, having that moment, whatever it may be, but give it to yourself. But I do feel like there's a much of a blessing, and I've been repeating this in so many sessions lately, And I've been seeing some of the blessings that are coming to life for people, and they'll send me pictures or I'll get things, and I just, I see people getting engaged, and they would tell me in a session, because people love to argue with the angels. That's a big thing people love to do in sessions. They love to change what the story I'm telling them, or they love to change what the angels are telling them. They'll be like, oh, but what if it's maybe this, and what if it's not really? No, it's what's coming out of my mouth. What's coming out of my mouth is coming out of my mouth, because it's not coming from me. It's coming from spirit. And or they'll say, no, there's no way. That'll never be my life. I'll never be that. I can't see myself ever being that. I can't see myself ever being that happy. And you just get that argumentative type of thing. And so then I get the pictures being sent to me of, I didn't know this was going to happen. And now look, and now I'm happy, and blah, blah, blah. And, or you were right, this happened. I'm like, well, I wasn't right. It was the spirits are right. They're talking through me. And we want to, because a part of us wants it to be something else, or wants it to be another way, or still want to sit into the negative of it and the fears of it. And so it's like, I'm seeing some of those blessings already showing up, but I feel as if those that you love on the other side are blessing you with some peace of mind. And I have an old man, and he's been dancing around for a while here, and I don't know where to put him. And I don't know if his name was Don or Donald. I don't know what his, I think he might be the Don or Donald I'm looking for, but he wore plaid polyester pants, and they're brown, and he has a brown shirt on, and he loves to either jig or dance like he's full of piss and vinegar. He looks like he wore maybe like a little bit of a pompadour, like a little bit of a comb over type of thing. I feel like he might have been losing some hair. He's quite the character. He might be a little bit like, I want to say like a little bit of a charmer, but he's been on this side for a bit. And yeah, so this side over here. He's been over here for a little bit, and it's like he's just been kind of bouncing around. He's full of energy. He seems like he's probably in his 70s, somewhere around there. And I don't know who he belongs to, but he feels like he was I feel like he probably even helped raise you. He was like a grandpa, and he was, feels like he was a grandpa. I don't know how long ago he wore those polyester pants, but I feel like he's showing me like an earlier stage of him. He has the polyester shirt. He has that whole look going on, and he's been here for a while. And last week I was told that I have a whole lot of spirits that keep hanging around me, and I was trying to explain to the person that I think this is because all the people that come into the live. So if you own this old guy that's been hanging out here with his polyester plaid pants, know that he's with you. Know that he's happy as, and this is exactly as he puts it, he's happy as a pig in shit. He's happy to be gone. Could it be Mr. Shoepack? I'm not sure, but he says you guys all know that he is happy as pig in shit to be where he is, to be gone off this earth. He says this is so much fun where he is, and he's happy to be where he is, and just like living up life. And I don't know if his wife was already over there, or someone that he really cared about was already over there, but he's happy to be there. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card for everybody. Oh, back to Heather. What is she saying? Is that your friend, Heather, again? Coming through with the breast cancer? I think it is. Okay, if she's saying, did you tell him? Did you tell him? Did you tell him? But Karen, I don't know his name, Karen. I'm just saying I wrote down the name Donald earlier, so I don't know if it's the Donald or if that's his name, but I know this man is here. So I don't really know his name for sure, but this is what he looks like. This is his energy that he is. So I don't have a name for him. Lorene, that's what your great uncle always said? Happy as pig and shit? Okay, yeah. Yeah, Heather. Yeah, just know. Did you tell him? It's like want some information to be passed on, and it's like just pass that on. She's but this old guy, your uncle always said so. It could be your great uncle. It could very much be. And he's been dancing around. And once I bring him up and mention him, he's gone. It's like they're full of. There's a lot of bouncy energy in here. Oh, sorry, a Denise. Okay, yeah, a Denise with breast cancer. It's either Denise or a Debbie. And I circled it again. And I don't know what she needs told. Okay. I'm not going to do a card, individual cards, I don't think tonight, because I'm losing connection too bad tonight. So I'm just going to do another card for everyone else. And I'm dying here of heat. And I'm dying because the energies that are attached onto me. No, no, they're all good. I love my spirits being here. And the other card that came out was freedom. Freedom. Okay, Lorraine, thank you. He wore polyester type, plaid type pants. Okay, Lorraine, it is him. It is him. Happy as pig and shit. Just know he is, and he's got those polyester freaking pants on. He's happy as could be. Don't worry about him. And he says, don't anyone try to keep bringing me back. I'm okay over here. I'm doing good. I'm all happy over here. I don't need anyone else. I don't need to be coming back. Just know that when we go over here, he says, this is a good place. Okay, Heather. All right. So I'm jumping back and forth here. I have two spirits happening. Okay, so Lorraine, yeah, just know he's okay. He's happy. He's good. He's just here. He's just making a presence. He's just letting us know he's here, and that just be happy. Just be happy. And Lorraine, don't worry about anything. He says, stop worrying about things. You don't have nothing to worry about. It's going to be okay. Trust him. It's going to be okay. He's part of the blessings that's coming for you. You're going to be okay. Heather, my friend Denise has just found out Denise's daughter just found out she's okay. Has she just been telling everybody? Because I feel like there's I don't know if there's somebody who wasn't told yet, or it's like she's just. Have you told everybody? It's like, that's what it feels like to me, and just excited. There's a sense of excitement that's around her, and just bouncing in. She just keeps bouncing in. All these spirits that are with me tonight are full of big energy, and they're happy. Like, I mean, I know the suicide when the lady passed away, suicide is not happy of her experience, but she's happy that I could acknowledge her, and she's happy that we could bring her through. And she's like, but the sense that I don't know, there's good things coming, and these are the blessings. And so, Heather, just know that Denise's daughter, this is a blessing that's coming. And this is the blessings that we're talking about. And so she's just like, make sure you tell everybody, just wants the whole world to know, just so excited and so happy for whatever's coming. And she's happy. She is smiling, I mean, big time smiles. And she's just full of those smiles. Okay, and the other card that I pulled out was freedom. When we feel like we're trapped, when we put these walls around ourselves of I can't do this, I can't make this change, or we get stuck, right? And we get stuck in this sense of suffering, sense of just being stuck in these places. And it's like to set yourself free of the desired outcome of what you think things should be. Set yourself free of a desired outcome of what you think things should be. When you do that, when you set yourself free, you have no expectations. You allow life to just happen, and the things that we really need start to come in. And it's just let go. And this is the time to let go. And I've had to do this myself. Not even going to lie. I'm going through this myself in several places in my life, and you have to let go. Let go and trust. Let life take its course. And I feel like it's a good time to let down your walls. Somebody has up very big walls around them and around their heart, and let it down. Let it go, and just let come in what needs to come in. Life is going to provide. some good things. And we're always going to go through many ups and downs. And much love, Cora. I will catch you earlier next time. Okay. Thanks, Rachel. Yes. So I'm actually going to be doing some changes too. I don't know if it'll be Facebook. I think it'll be YouTube Live. So I'm going to be starting to do some YouTube Lives that are going to be from the red couch. So I'm going to be doing, and that won't start for a couple weeks, but I'm going to be doing YouTube Lives that are going to be soul coaching from the red couch. And those will be kind of that in-depth conversations about going through life, the changes in life, especially women that are, are my age and going through these types of changes. So it could be anything. The conversations will change and the stories will change, but they're going to be on YouTube, and it'll be in the next few weeks. All right. Okay. I'm going to do one more card. Yes, YouTube Live, we can send you money. Okay. I'm just figuring out my YouTube Live. I got a lot of work on YouTube Live to do. All right. So I haven't placed the 3Ds though. This feels like Doris, Doreen, and Donna. And I haven't placed them. And I feel like they're behind me. And I don't know why they're behind me, but they're behind me. And or the energy of whoever's here for the 3Ds is behind me. And I'm just feeling this like behind me sense. You now. What's you? I don't know what that. I don't know what that is, Rachel. I don't know what you're asking me. Okay. All right. I don't know why this deck. Do I have somebody here? Do I have somebody here right now who has somebody in hospital? I feel like somebody who's either you've been checking on, they haven't been doing well or something. There's a lot of energy. Melissa loves sitting on that red couch. I know, hey? Everyone loves to come sit on the red couch. I'm looking for someone. You do? Okay, Anita. I feel prayers going to this person, and it's like I just want to I just want to close my eyes so bad and just go into this deep sense of prayers, like big prayers for this person that's in hospital. My heart feels as if there's so many angels around this person. She is surrounded by angels. You just know she is surrounded by angels, and these angels are coming from all over the place. I just feel like they're just like almost like wrapping around us. And I want to say I feel the big sense of Mother Mary just saying, I will do what I can. I will wrap my arms. It's like she's wrapping her arms around all of the people involved, and I feel like she's wrapping arms around a mother and around a child, and just a sense that prayer. I just feel that we need to send prayers, and it's like just know that prayers are coming from a place way beyond us tonight, and there's a prayer coming. I'm just like a prayer coming from a place of God, from Jesus, just something bigger. And it was like I needed to tell you this because somebody needs to know that whatever, I don't know the outcome, I don't know what's going on, but just know that everyone needs to know that those prayers are being given to everyone involved. And I just feel as if there's a big sense of energy being wrapped around you, and a big sense of like a hold being wrapped around. So just take that with you, Anita, and just know that when I do my nightly prayers tonight, that I am also including you in my prayers. Okay. All right. Thank you, Anita. Okay. One last card. Things are just flying through my head. And Sydney, and that's my Sydney dog. Oh, Kayla. Yeah, no, this is somebody that's already, yeah, this wasn't for Anita, but I am also sending prayers to your friend's little girl and to your friend. You're very welcome, Anita. So Kayla, just, yeah, including those same prayers and for you, for that beautiful little girl. All right. So the last, I'm pulling 2, 3. Something said 3. And this card is really funny because this is what I've been kind of working on and writing on. Wrote on this morning too. The last card I pulled was Grace. Living in Grace. And when I talked about the whole, when you feel you have nothing left, your spirit will guide you. When you know when your spirit is guiding you and your spirit is giving you the hope and the strength that you didn't know you have, and you're listening to that, that's grace. When we walk past somebody and something tells us to stop and just tell them how wonderful they look today, that's grace. Those moments are grace. When we take the time, when we listen to something that's beyond us, and we trust and we have hope in something, when there's absolutely no hope left, that's when we crumble to our knees and we feel there's nothing else left, and then we find it within ourselves to stand back up. That's walking in grace. Hi, Rob Martin. Holy, how are you? And so the other cards that came out was physical body and survival. And what I'm really picking up here is this is the struggle that I feel a lot of people have been going through. There's a lot of pain, a lot of physical pain in the body, like the past, that whole living in survivor mode, when you're just in that place of just existing, as the book talks about, when you're just in that place of just existing and you're living in the fears and you're not letting go and you're not moving forward. It's just that sense that we're coming from a place that our whole physical body carries all of those memories and all of those hurts and all those pains, and the physical body pays the price for that, and the physical body takes all that. And the more you start to find yourself healing, the more you start to find yourself kind of coming into a happier place, the more you just find that starting to lift. And as many people know, I mean, I was diagnosed at 32 years old. I know, Rob, I haven't seen you in years. Thanks for joining in, by the way. As many people know that's here that have been following my work. Who's it for? This is for everyone, Diane. This is for everyone who's going through physical pain, and I just feel need to share this again. And it's because we're in survivor mode, right? We're always just like gathering everything up within our body, and we're not healing and letting go of the past, and when we have to let go of those things. So when I was 32 years old, I started with a tremor in my thumb, and I started not being able to go to the gym. I would pull at my shoulder every time I'd work out, and the tremor went from my thumb to my hand to my arm to my head, and then started affecting my fine motor skills. So like my voice, so sometimes my voice goes, I can't get some of the words out, those type of things. And often when I'm doing an it's because what takes everyone just a millisecond to kind of get your words out, it takes me 10 seconds to get my words out, because it takes longer for the brain to process. And there was a period when I first started getting diagnosed, and this all happened after some big trauma in my life, and it was not feeling worthy of living that healthy life anymore. Not feeling, it's like I was always torturing myself, felt I had to punish myself for the pain and for what I had experienced and what I thought I had done so wrong in my life, and that pain just escalated and it got worse and worse and worse and worse. And it took actually my specialist, who said to me, and to this day, the joke is that I heal myself enough that they can never diagnose it. And I feel as if I'm healing myself beyond that point now. I haven't had a tremor in, I don't know how long. My speech, yes, still goes bad. My hands, I don't have feeling in my hands, those type of things. But the pain that was within my body has gone down to about, I want to say from 150% where we were talking about, there was points in time when we would talk about the day would come when I'd be in a wheelchair, to the point that I now walk an hour and a half every day again. And it took me healing through this and coming out of living in survivor mode and living in a place of just existing and truly facing the reality and being honest with myself and going through the healing process that I needed to go through. And everybody's story is different, but when you put the healing in and you talk to your body and you talk to the pain, you talk to where it's coming from, you start to acknowledge where this started. What are we punishing ourselves for? What are we afraid of? What are we still living in? And this is where the physical pain, the physical body is coming up right now. Is that nourish? So it's time to start nourishing your physical body, and not only just your inner body, you're nourishing all of you with everything that is needed to help you in that healing process, to help you through. Because we can be told one thing, and we talked about me having early onset Parkinson's, which I always say, no, I don't have any of that. I'm good. It's gone. And it's like, but I do know that the things that are now within my control is how I show up. It's how I live. It's how I nourish myself. It's how I take care of myself. So you have a choice to live in survivor, to live in victim, to live in a place of not doing anything for yourself, or to fight really hard for yourself. And making that choice. And by fighting very hard for yourself, I mean reaching out for the help you need. And reaching out in the way of saying, okay, I'm going to own this now and I'm going to take responsibility. And it might not be able to fully get better, but maybe I can have better days. Right? And that's part of the grieving, when we let go, no matter what we're grieving in life, is we start to be able to come into a better place. Dana. Hey, Corey. Mom was just talking about the time they ran into at the dance. Yes, I ran into your mom at the dance competition. I know, my daughter's all grown up. I miss being a dance mom. All right. So guys, I am dying. I'm sweating here. The heat is going to kill me. But I know we were all over the place tonight. There's information coming from everywhere. And I feel like I could stay on here all night because I feel like there's just information flooding. But I've been doing a lot of writing with this, and I'm writing a lot of this stuff down so that I can talk about this. And when the new website comes out in hopefully a few weeks, we'll be able to start putting out the weekly newsletters and stuff. And there will also be coming out this plus the YouTube live that will be happening, and that'll be on the red couch. And that'll be talking about, where I will talk more about living through pain and living through having physical things that, when I was told that I probably would be in a wheelchair, you quit your job, you have 5 years, so you're going to be in a wheelchair. You can accept that, or you can move past that. And I have a daughter who, same thing, she had RSD, she was paralyzed for 19 weeks, and they told me she'd never walk the same again. And she danced all of her competition. She did all these things because we didn't give up the fight. And we dealt with the trauma that was behind it and the emotional wounds that were still that affect our physical body when we're going through those things. Fight for yourself. What's card number 3? Did I miss it? It was survival. Survival, grace, physical body. And then the other deck was peace and freedom. Voila. Okay. Thank you guys so much. The Red Table Talk with Jada Smith. I don't know about the Red Table Talk with Jada Smith, but we'll have the Red Couch Talk. And who knows who'll be on the Red Couch talking with me. There will be people joining me on the Red Couch, by the way. That will be happening. It won't be just me. You'll get to hear somebody else talk besides my voice. But I am so stuck on this freaking leather chair. And so I'm leaving. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for allowing me to pass on the messages that were coming through, and for this crazy energy that's happening around tonight. And I will see you all next week. Thank you, and much love to you all. Bye-bye.